Okay, so let's unpack this. You've probably heard a lot about manifestation, right? Like, just think positive, visualize, and poof, everything magically falls into place.
Mm.
But what if those ideas, the really common ones, are actually, well, holding you back?
Yeah, that's kind of the uncomfortable truth we're digging into.
Today we're doing a deep dive. We want to get to the unvarnished truth of manifestation, beyond the myths. Our source material actually claims, pretty boldly, you've been lied to.
And that's really why we're here, isn't it? It's about shifting the paradigm, helping you understand this powerful idea differently.
Right.
We're not saying manifestation itself isn't real, not at all. It's more about correcting the myth understandings.
Getting past the superficial stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Empowering you with what actually works based on some, well, profound insights. Scripting it back.
Okay, so let's tackle those popular misconceptions head on, the ones our source really calls out.
Let's do it.
So our research shows manifestation is not just thinking positive. That's the big one, maybe.
Definitely not just that.
And it's not, closing your eyes tight and wishing really hard for miracles.
Mhm.
And it's certainly not just about the tools like vision boards, crystals, or repeating affirmations 100 times a day.
Right. Those things might have a place for some people, but they aren't the core mechanism.
So maybe just think for a second. How might treating it like that, like magic, actually be stopping you, even if you're familiar with the concept already?
And this is where it gets really fascinating.
Yeah.
A core idea from the material is you don't manifest what you want, you manifest who you are.
Who you are. Okay, say more about that.
It's all about your inner reality, not just like a fleeting wish.
Yeah.
Think about your daily habits, your subconscious beliefs.
The stuff under the surface.
Exactly. Your energy when nobody's looking. That is what the universe, so to speak, actually responds to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you genuinely embodying the confidence for that promotion, even on your commute? Or are you still carrying old doubts? Because those subconscious beliefs, they're not just thoughts, they're deep patterns, right? Often formed way back.
Quietly running the show sometimes.
Yeah. And maybe even contradicting what you think you want.
And here's where it gets, well, really interesting, according to the source. And maybe a bit challenging.
Uh-huh. The tough pill to swallow part?
Kind of, yeah. It suggests most people fail at manifestation because they treat it like a fantasy, not a formula.
Waiting for magic.
Exactly. Just waiting.
Hmm.
But the research says the universe rewards movement, not just daydreaming. You can't just wish your way there. But, how do you actually do that? Bridge that gap from wishing to doing, especially if it feels slow.
Well, connecting that to the bigger picture, the source lays out a hard truth. It basically says if you feel broke or stuck or lost,
Mm-hmm.
it's likely not because you didn't wish hard enough.
Okay.
It's because your inner reality, who you fundamentally are in those quiet moments, doesn't yet match those outer goals.
Alignment. That's critical then.
Absolutely critical. It's like driving with one foot on the gas, one on the brake.
Mm-hmm.
Your inner state, your actions, they have to be in sync.
Otherwise, you're sending mixed signals.
Precisely. The universe isn't a genie. It's more like a mirror. It reflects your consistent energy, your consistent actions. We all know someone, or maybe we've been that person, who says they want X but does Y all day long.
That makes sense. So the good news then, and what this deep dive really confirms based on the source, is that manifestation does work.
Yes, absolutely.
But, and it's a big but, only when your mindset, your emotions, and your actions are all singing from the same hymn sheet, so to speak.
Speaking the same language.
Yeah. So this deep dive, it's not just theory, it's about giving you those key mindset shifts, the first steps of a real, maybe raw blueprint.
For manifesting what you truly want.
Not someday.
Yeah.
But like starting now.
Which really brings up an important question for you listening right now. What small, actionable step could you take today? Like right now.
Mm-hmm.
Something that genuinely aligns your inner reality, who you are, with one of your boldest goals.
That really brings it home, doesn't it? That question. Understanding this shift, moving from just wishing to actually becoming, that feels incredibly valuable. It's a powerful reframe.
So take that perspective, maybe apply it to your own life, and start building that now that you really want.